that can't be taken out of the equation. And probably the highlight try was Zach Hardaker's try. He charged down a kick, he kicked it forward 3 or 4 times. He would have gone over 100 metres and got in the stats round off if he'd have picked it up one kick sooner, and he still probably would have scored a try. But that was a magnificent try. But overall, Johnny Lomax in this game, he's close to unplayable at the moment because it's so hard to read where he's going to get involved in the game. And the one thing I think when I'm looking at him is, where can he be played in a Wayne Bennett structure? Because he's playing so well that he needs to be in that England team, but I don't know if Wayne Bennett will use him as well as Justin Holbrook is using him, because at the moment he is brilliant. Even forward passes aside, he is brilliant, and Coote's very clever. Farge has got such a cool tempo to the game. I mean, he put in a kick for Lachlan Coote's try. George Williams just turned and went to get the kick, but the kick just went near enough to the post that Williams' angle to get the ball was cut off. So Coote got there ahead of him, and just little bits like that they executed really well. And yeah, well done, Saints. Wigan know where the benchmark is. So when we play them again in the playoffs and beat them, we know how much we've got to improve from now to then.
Is that next year?
No, this year.
Next year's playoffs.
This year. Yeah, this year. But yeah, okay. Star players, Lomax, Farge, they were fantastic. But the highlight moment has to be Hardaker's try, and I think anyone who watches it would enjoy it, because you don't see many tries like that scored on a rugby league field, so it was quite cool. But yeah, Saints were way better.
There we go. Anything more that stands out for this one?
Not really.
What's going on with Zach Hardaker's hair, by the way? Has he blonded it up a bit?
Maybe it's just because it's been sunny and it's thinning. I think it's thinning, to be honest. I think it's thinning. So I think you're seeing a bit more scalp come through, and it makes it look lighter. I speak from a man of experience on that front. But yeah, nothing really. I mean, David pointed out Wigan's pack was...
Probably quite careful about taking a supplement to help him, because,
yeah. David pointed out Wigan's pack was shot and going into the game, and actually picked up knocks throughout the game as well. Wigan did a potentially serious injury. I think it happened, Joe Burgess' injury, not a pack injury, but an injury anyway. AC shoulder joint. I think it happened when he was jumping to take the catch for the try that resulted for Kevin Nguama, who was actually the only Saints player I think didn't really cover himself in glory in this game. But Makinson jumped up and basically smacked Burgess's arm in the air, so it could have been potentially a penalty, but he was arguably playing for the ball, and he certainly, he was playing for the ball, I'd say. But I think that's where that injury came about, because it wasn't long after that he started looking towards the sideline and trying to get off the pitch, Burgess. But there was also niggles picked up for our only props left, really, in Bullock and Navarrete. So I'm not sure what sort of forward pack we'll be putting against Wakefield next week. Hopefully Fafita isn't back for them, because I can't see us standing up to a big guy like that. But Saints were great. Thompson was really good in patches. Morgan Knowles, great player, got a great engine on him, needs to be in that Great Britain squad for me. So there you go. Wakefield versus Castleford, then, the other big derby this week. This one was only played in front of
the stadium derby,
yeah, 6,244 for this one. Marcus Griffiths was the referee. It finished Castleford 36, Wakefield 16, but it could have been oh so different, because it was 10-8 to the Trinity side at half time. In terms of the stats, Cass overcame discipline issues, 3 more penalties conceded and 5 more errors made, with 328 more metres, 7 more breaks, and an impressive 1.8 metres per carry better average gain. Individually, James Clare got himself a hat-trick, 118 metres, 5 clean breaks. Jake Truman, 2 try assists, 133 metres, 2 clean breaks. Ollie Holmes, a try and 125 metres. And Tui Agodo, 1 try and 139 metres and 2 clean breaks. For Wakefield, the only man to hit the high notes was Kalepi Tanganoa, who continues to impress, 100 metres from him. One fan viewing on this game.
Yeah, Fatboy_. Rob, game of 2 halves, shite in the first half, sublime in the second. Ollie Holmes gave us what we have been missing, a bit of aggression in the back row and some pace when he broke the line. Rankin rose like a salmon twice to make it safe. The last time Wakey beat Cass, Mark had a full head of hair. Hashtag Koimafurf.
Hold on.
Hashtag 13 in a row.
Hold on. Kevin Niguama got 2 points in the Man of Steel here. I thought he wasn't very good at all. Anyway, in this game, Liam Watts, Danny Brough and Jesse Senilefeo picked up the points in that order, which is very different to the 3 points to Jake Truman in the Albert Goldthorpe. So obviously two different views on this game from the people that were watching it. From what I've seen on the highlights, I was very impressed by both of Jake Truman's try assists. The first one was a break from deep, and obviously Wakefield's fullback is Ryan Hampshire, who's very quick. We all know he's very quick, and he waited until the right time to get the ball out to Ollie Holmes, who was supporting him, did Truman, so that Hampshire just had to. It just basically did a halt, like a slow step, did Hampshire, because he was worried about a dummy and go from Truman back inside him. So it just timed it perfectly. And then his long ball out for James Clare's first try, which was a try out to the right, which I've not seen Truman play much ball out that side. I thought that was very good. So obviously very important for Cass to have Truman back in the fold. But yeah, they were the moments that stood out for me in this one, actually. And Ollie Holmes definitely looked like he played well from the try that he scored, but also from, he got himself involved with the workload. When he's back from injury, it does seem like a vital player to that side, to be honest. Came off the bench and had a big role to play. So well done to him. Toia Godo seemed to struggle with the kicking game. It was all the post-match sort of stuff was Darryl Powell kind of excusing him for the woes he had there. I almost made the Wakefield opening try my highlight of the game, because it was just such a comedy of errors that Agodo knocked it on.
Spin, knock, spin, knock.
Yeah, then Rankin knocked it down. And by the way, Jordan Rankin was lucky in this game to get 2 tries, because he was definitely offside on the first of those tries where he ran and jumped. A great take, would have been a great moment if he wasn't a yard offside. And the second one, it was close. I think he was just onside for his second one, but those Matautia high bombs were causing some pressure for the Trinity fullback Hampshire as well. So it wasn't just a Godo who struggled with the opposition's kicking game in this match. So we need to balance that up, because it's been talked a lot about Agodo in the post-match stuff, but not so much about Hampshire being beaten to the ball a couple of times by the opposite number, Jordan Rankin. But that's about it for this one. I don't have anything else to add.
No, I just saw the highlights and the spinning around, and yeah, that was it really.
Yeah, but that was a cracking try, that Ollie Holmes try, for sure.
Yeah. Good. Right, the final game of the weekend. Then. Yep.
Which was the big upset, the one that all the tipsters got wrong. Warrington hosting Salford, and Salford have made it a double over Warrington at the Halliwell Jones this season after they ran out 22-12 winners. It was 8-6 at half time, so obviously they managed to extend things in the second half there. 9,509 in attendance. Chris Kendall was the man with the whistle. We had incomplete team stats on this one, I think, because Warrington gave Pat Moran a debut and the Super League website didn't recognise his name, so we missed out there. But individually, Jackson Hastings, a try assist, 140 metres. Hold on, oh yeah, 1 try assist, because the other one was technically try assist by Sal, weren't it? But a try assist, 140 metres and 2 clean breaks. Chris Wellham, a try, 6 tackles, 127 metres, 2 clean breaks. Ryan Lannon, a try and 128 metres. What a run that was by him. He had some pace for that run, for his try. Chris Ninu, 2 tries, 6 tackles, 107 metres and 2 clean breaks. Then for the losing Warrington side, there were still some strong performances. Darryl Clark, who's been good all year, 2 try assists, 44 tackles, 10 of which were mark tackles and 7 tackle busts. Toby King, 112 metres. Blake Austin, 104 metres and 3 successful offloads. And Josh Charnley, 106 metres.
Yep, and we had some fan views on this one. And start off with RLE 2393. Here we go again. Come on the wire. Wolf emoji, blue circle emoji, white circle emoji. The next one hasn't rendered. rugby ball emoji, cup emoji.
I have a strong suspicion this was sent in way before the match, that one. But anyway, he sent in another one, or he or she sent in another one, RLE2393, and you should be glad that I've got this one to repay for the Malcolm Matios, because RLE, punctuation, please. Great to get your views in. Punctuate it for us. He says, or she says, he says or she says, unlucky lads.
They say would be the.
They say, yeah. Unlucky lads conceded, but still came back in the game and still gone and lost to Salford again. Congratulations to the Red Devils who have beaten us again at the HJ Stadium. We will win at the Mended Jungle against Castleford Tigers. The title race is still on for Warrington. Our Saints are 10 points clear at the top after winning at home against Wigan Warriors.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was no full stop, so I know when you were finished. Tom Eckley says, "I'm in a refreshing turn." He says, "I'm a refreshing turn of events." Well, I've never met you, Tom, so I can't judge. I'm going to paraphrase. This is in a refreshing turn of events. We've decided to be fair and started bottling it in July instead of August or September or October. It never looked like winning this game. It's a shame Salford's squad has been stripped next year because there seems so much potential in that lineup.
Yeah, I mean, the Warrington fans will know it better than most because they've watched Salford down them twice at home this year, and it seems like Jackson Hastings was the main man again in this one, getting the 3 points on the Man of Steel. Chris Wellham gets mentioned as well in the Man of Steel and the Albert Goldthorpe, and he scored a nice try. In fact, all the Salford tries were nice, and I think from the very off this season, Salford have scored nice tries. I remember being at Huddersfield watching them romp to a great win there, and they scored some pretty tries. And in this one, I mean, Ryan Lannon's try would have been a highlight reel moment for most games. But you move into the second half and you see those two Chris Ninu tries. The first one, Jackson Hastings was basically being ripped to the floor, and he still managed to put in a perfect kick that landed right in Inu, was playing on the wing in this game, right in his hands for him to run into the corner and score. And the second one, you've got to put some criticism on the defence on the second one, but Hastings has put a little kick through, and Junior Sauer's just been more determined, really, and he's got around the back of the defender, patted it back and put the ball down. Now, if you go on the Super League website, because I went on there to look at the highlights and had to resort to the Sky website afterwards, on the Super League website it had the full game of this up on, instead of the highlights. So if anyone, Warrington and Salford fans who weren't there, want to watch the full game, it's on the Super League website. On their YouTube channel as well. So interesting, unless they correct that. But yeah, I didn't have time to sit down and watch the whole thing before we got started, but from what I did see, it looked like Warrington were guilty of a few serious errors and couldn't quite overcome a Salford side that when you give them a sniff and they score some nice tries, they actually do seem capable of playing with a lead as well. So especially when they've got some of their key forwards playing, and they did in this game. They brought back Flanagan into the starting lineup. They had Tyrone McCarthy in there. Josh Johnson made his debut as well, but they did some good stuff with that you know, hard-working guys that they've got in there. Gil Dudson had another good game. He's had a really good season, you know, by his standards, probably his best season since maybe when he played at Wigan and won a grand final. But yeah, it does just look like Warrington have met their match when it comes to Salford, and they'll really hope that Salford don't sneak into those playoffs.
That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Sitaleki Akwala is a storyline that's come out of this. He had a dangerous throw penalty given against him in this one, and he's got a two-match penalty notice, which means, importantly, he's going to be out of that Challenge Cup semi-final against Hull FC in 2 weeks' time. So that's serious. That one. Matt Davies scored a decent, powerful try for Warrington at the end, but they couldn't make pay anything in that last 15 minutes, which will disappoint them massively. And it's almost handing the league leaders. I mean, we knew Saints were winning it, but all over it, yeah. I couldn't pick between the two Inu tries from the kicks from a highlight moment, but they were both pretty special. Yeah,
well, that's what I've got to say about this one, other than well done to Salford, and well,